And we're back. I'm Doomhammer, and once again I'm going to be doing more of the Druid campaign. So, now we're
Nature's
going to acquire
gifts are everywhere.
the first artifact weapon.
Walk in peace.
Gotta turn it up a bit, and I know it gets too high sometimes, but yeah, I'm going to do the first artifact plus line. I agree with Keeper Remulus. To confront and defeat the Legion, we will need weapons of legendary power. Among the history of our kind, there have been 4 weapons of renown. Tell me, which weapon would you pursue first? Oh, and real quick, obviously you should probably watch part 1 as the lead into this, and watch part 3 after that, and you just, watch it in numbered order. I number these things for a reason.
Go with Cenarius' blessing.
Here's each one of the weapons. So unlike every other class, Druids have 4 specs. The only other one that breaks the 3 spec rule is Demon Hunters, who only have 2. So we're going to be going after the balanced one, so I'm just going to only read that one. Held for safekeeping by Tyrande, the High Priestess of Elune, the Scythe of Elune carries a long and unsettling history for Druids. Tied to the origin of the Worgen on Azeroth, the Scythe is said to possess untold lunar power for the Druid with balance enough to keep control. We need only to convince Tyrande's people that you're worthy to keep it safe in the battles to come. This one's by far my favorite.
What do you ask?
It's the only one that was already established before Legion, so. Excellent choice, Taladorn. I just realized he has a shaved head. Huh. I think I always don't come here that often. Excellent choice, Taladorn. With the power of that weapon in your hands, we will be able to bring balance back to Azeroth.
May your trail...
Illuminadore, I must speak with you at once.
Right.
My life for Kalimdor.
I received word that Tyrande herself has authorized the release of a great artifact, Scythe of Elune, to aid our cause. Valorn Stillbow has agreed to give up the weapon, which he has kept as part of an investigation into the cursed Worgen of Duskwood. I believe that you, champion, will be our best hope at wielding its power without succumbing to the animal rage that ebbs within. We must go to Duskwood and take up the scythe against our foes.
Elune's light watch over you.
Oh.
The balance must be restored. Follow me. The Dream Grove has its own gate to the Dreamway. Through it, you can travel to the far corners of Azeroth.
I forgot to ever mention I grabbed a bunch of books from in here that allows you to turn into different things that you normally couldn't, like a treant or a mountain form, which allows people to ride on your back, different spells and things like that that are flavor or helpful. Oh, I guess he's gone. Huh. Alright, on to Duskwood. So, this is the unique thing about this Order Hall. There's a Kultiran Druid here. Is each one of these portals leads to a different zone across that. So, it can lead to the Dream Grove, Grizzly Hills, Feralis, back to the Moonglade, Mount Highjaw, Hinterlands, or Duskwood. Today, of course, we're going to Duskwood. It's not that far from Stormwind. Okay, so the Scythe of Elune is very interesting. The whole story of it was told in this graphic novel comic book series called The Curse of the Worgen. It's 4 issues of comics, and you can buy it online via either like Amazon for a physical copy, iBooks for digital copy. If you had done the Humble Bundle, you could have gotten it there as a PDF, and physically. Well, and it comes in different forms, like the individual comics and then the graphic novel version, which has an extended intro. But basically, the Scythe of Elune was created during this war 3,000 years prior to the game. 7,000. 7,000 years. That's my bad. It's 3,000 years after the War of the Ancients, in which they called the War of the Satyr. And it combined. It was so the Druids were trying to get control of this form called the pack form. So you have the cat, you have the bear form, the cat form, devil form, moonkin form. This is not moonkin form. I put a glyph on it. I would normally look in like a owl person. Transform, etc. It's called the pack form. It was a wolf shape, and it was basically always feral and wild. So they tried. So this priestess of Elune, Elune's the Night Elven Moon Goddess, tried to join forces with the best friend of her former lover, and trying to tame the pack form so they could use it without having to worry about killing their friends by combining the tooth of the ancient / wild god Goldrin, who is a wolf god, and Staff of Elune is basically just her staff, but it was enchanted. And try to use that to soothe the form, and instead it created what are called the Worgen, which we're going to be seeing up ahead. They're basically werewolves. So basically the Scythe of Elune creates. So they were sealed away in the Emerald Dream. So the Scythe of Elune can both create Worgen and call them forth from their eternal slumber in the Emerald Dream, that's only part. The Dreamway is only a small part of it, and different stuff like that. So the Scythe of Elune is extremely dangerous. Worgen are extremely dangerous, and you can play as a Worgen nowadays because the infection. It's like werewolves. So like you get bit, you eventually turn into one. You can play one because the nation of Gilneas got infected. Maybe I'll do a let's play of that as well.
Our champion arrives. We have been sent by Tyrande, bearing a weapon that may turn the tide of this war. You must take up the Scythe of Elune, champion. May its power serve you well.
Well, I know this is supposed to be the big dramatic moment, but Belisra was the creator of the Scythe of Elune. I'm surprised they don't really bring that up in the game, especially since she's right here. But yeah, she created the Scythe of Elune. I forgot she was supposed to be here. Yeah, this is the first time I ever got to really see this guy's model. I gotta take a quick screenshot because I noticed Wikipedia is missing a shot of this. Well met, champion. Are you ready for a burden you must bear? I'm just gonna go the second one. Maybe I'll make that this. I'll make that the thumbnail. Ready for the burden you must bear? Though it goes against my better judgment, it is Tyrande's wish that the Scythe of Elune be brandished once more against the new Legion threat. It is small comfort to see it wielded by a keeper of the balance, such as yourself. Know that the last time the scythe was wielded, it resulted in great calamity. You must be vigilant to contain the bestial wrath that ebbs within. With those words in your heart, take the scythe and bring its fury against your foes. May the light balloon protect you.
The scythe belongs to Karazhan.
Lord, no! He's gone.
Well, crap. You know, you just had to make my job more difficult. Yeah, I knew it was going to happen, of course. No. Poor Belisra. She may or may not be dead at this point in Shadowlands, because she was last seen in Teldrassil asking for where her child was, and it is known that a lot of the priestesses of Elune stayed behind when Teldrassil burned to give comfort to those who could not leave as well. So, we don't know what happened to her. It's still up in the air. I'd really like to see them do more with the character. She was very interesting. Lauren, that was a Dark Rider, but how did they reach us here under the protection of the Grove? I cannot believe the Dark Riders found us here. Long have they hunted the Scythe to sate their lust for the artifacts of Azeroth. We thought that we would be protected within the Grove. Now the Lorn is gone. We must become the hunter, Taladorn. Seek the Dark Riders and recover the Scythe. We last encountered them near Manor Mistmantle and Duskwood. Start your search there. In Taladorn, bring justice to Lorn. The rider must pay. Oh, would you look at that? Go on, yeah, I'll take the flight though. So, oh yeah, there's one of those zones that was. This zone was done so dirty. Like, this area is nice and pretty. Duskwood, the rest of it is not. But, so yeah, basically the Worgen were unleashed in Duskwood at one point by the Scythe of Elune because it was buried here. And the Dark Riders, which we're going to find out more about, they had previously possessed the Scythe at one point during a book called... I think it was just called Dark Riders. Yeah, it was just called Dark Riders. Oh, you can see one of the frost worms from Scourge Invasion event, from Death's Demise event. Oh, there's a few of them, so we don't have to deal with that. Yeah, so that's another graphic. That one's a definitely a graphic novel. The other ones are more comics, but they've been compiled as a graphic novel. So, yeah. So we're gonna find more about the Dark Riders in this quest line. Exactly what is going on. This seems to be low level, and that used to be a problem. Now they actually are a problem for me because they scale to my level as I'm leveling. So these guys used to be a minor nuisance, and now they're a problem.
First the Nightbane are driven mad, and now a Druid comes to investigate man or mist matter. This can only mean the Scythe of Elune has returned to Duskwood, and the Dark Riders cannot be far behind. Tell me what you seek, Druid, and I may be of assistance.
So
let me show you the light.
So Rebel Cost here, he was one of the featured characters in the Dark Riders comic, and they really, they got his character down to a T, where he looks, even the hood, the way he is a crotchety asshole. If you come here on multiple quest lines for different weapons, and he treats Death Knights and Warlocks very differently. So it's correct, and the Scythe is your quarry. Know that in order to retrieve it, we must do what no denizen of Duskwood has ever attempted. We must hunt the Dark Riders, says the guy who previously hunted the Dark Riders, but okay. I've been tracking them for some time since my encounter with them while hunting down the Wolf Cult. They are a blight upon these lands, and they hold no right to artifacts they hoard. If we wish to recover this artifact, we will need to find their lair. Fortunately, I may have just the clue we need. My previous confrontation with your foe, I was able to see a glimpse into their past. Granted blessed vision by the Cloak of Purity, I saw the Dark Riders for who they once were. Come, we must go to Eridan's camp in Deadwind Pass. I can explain its significance along the way.
Go with the light. It seems you've been followed. Dark Riders!
Oh, yeah, so they look like Death Knights. But... Oh, I leveled. Hooray!
How can the light see? What do you need?
Come on.
The battle is won, but there will be more. Quickly, to Eridan's camp! Quickly! We don't have time to linger!
No, we do not. I mean, I'm recording, damn it. It's pretty weird. Yeah, these guys just not even notice
Riders were not always like this. They were once a group of traveling merchants. Unfortunately, they crossed the sorcerer Medivh, who cursed them to an eternity of hunting artifacts for him. Look out behind you!
There used to be two of these guys, and it used to be this big epic moment where you saw them slowly riding towards you. Yeah, that's a Dark Rider from their first mention in Vanilla World of Warcraft as hunting the Scythe of Elune, when that was first ever mentioned.
Your skill in combat is impressive. We may yet survive this. Eridan was the first of the Dark Riders, and I believe he leads them now. His camp is still in Deadwind Pass, strangely untouched after all these years. If my convictions are correct, the key to finding the Dark Riders, as well as the artifacts they still covet, can be found there. Riders on our flank! Be ready!
I need to target something first.
Let us press on. We are nearly there.
Yeah, Diblin Pass is a screwed up place. You notice the bodies hanging everywhere. Everything's just, well, dead. There's spiders
Here,
everywhere.
the camp is in this clearing. Let us search it. Let me show you the light.
It's strange the Dark Riders haven't followed us here, but and we'll take whatever boon I can get. I believe the key to finding the Dark Riders is here somewhere. Let us begin our search. The place is where the merchant Eridan set up camp while he was trying to ply his dubious wares to the sorcerer Medivh. It has remained strangely untouched for all this time, which leads me to believe it may still have a connection to its former owner. Let me search the camp. Let's see if we can find something to lead us to the Dark Riders.
I am the light's vengeance.
The box contains various magical-looking trinkets and baubles. On closer inspection, these relics appear to be nothing more than clever forgeries. The compass is old and weathered with use. It appears to be malfunctioning. The compass arrow is erratically changing direction and never settling it true north. That is related to one of the other quest lines. These boots are in surprisingly nice condition for their age. It is odd that they would still be left here after all these years.
Oh. You will suffer for your trespass. Turn away now, interloper. The horrors of the past will be your undoing.
And of course, the betting on the 10 has been undisturbed for some time. Yep, I dare say this is the key to what we need. Wrathful memory, I didn't realize it. Dark energy hums from the journal, which appears to be the writings of Eridan, and it chronicles his time in Devlin Pass. One art entry in particular stands out. The Nightbane had become restless of late, and whispers are abound at the Scythe of Elune having left Darnassus. Must be coming near, for the Worgen are constantly drawn to it. They will lead me to it. Those cursed night elves think the weapon is safe in their care. We'll soon find out how wrong they are.
What do you need?
The Nightbane. That's the that's the feral pack of Worgen that are still in Duskwood. If they're in Devlin Pass, then they must be seeking the Scythe as well. Let's split up and try and track them down. We'll see where the trail leads.
The light redeems.
I think you're supposed to have a dialogue here. Guess not. Yeah, just follow the tracks.
Don't waste my time.
Speak quickly.
That's Karazhan, the Tower of Medivh, guardian of Tirith's Fall, basically protected Azeroth from demons, except for the fact he was corrupted from birth by the Dark Titan Sargeras, who is the leader of the Burning Legion, aka the main villain of the game, and especially the World of Warcraft Legion. Oh. This hosts 2 raids. Oh, no, 1 raid and a mega dungeon, both of which drop mounts. I have all 3 of the mounts. The dungeon drops 2, the raid drops 1. The raid drops in as the first boss as well, so it's really easy to get to. It's right by the door entrance.
The Worgen led you here as well. This must be where the scythe is kept.
This spot is very interesting. You know what? Should I talk about the crypt? Let me check something. I know I shouldn't be doing this on camera, but I'm not trying to pad out my runtime. This is something I'm genuinely curious about. if this area is open to Shadowlands, then I will have a video to do about it. Okay, this is the Karazhan Crypts, which is a very famous area of the game that's extremely creepy, has all these different things. Like, it has a pool of water that's full of, it's called the Lake of Upside Down Sinners, and it's got all these bodies chained to the floor, and they're all drowned in the lake, and it's so freaking dark, and it's full of skeletons, it's full of all these different things. It's a super creepy area. It's been there since early vanilla, and it's only ever been accessible twice, both by accident. Oh, actually, no, 3 times. There's a secret mount you can get that allows you access for 1 time only to allow you to go in there and get your mount. Morgan appeared to be drawn to the catacombs beneath Karazhan. Could it be? The sewer grate leads to the catacombs underneath Karazhan. I've never paid it much attention, but it seems to be where the Nightbane are being drawn. To think the Dark Riders may have been under our noses this entire time. Come, let's see where this leads.
Go in ahead, Druid, and I will join you inside.
So, at the start of Legion, this door is normally closed, and of course it's open for this. But at the start of Legion, you actually used to be able to come in here, this gate wasn't even here, and you could do it without having done the scenario. It was really neat to be able to explore it on day 1. Nope. Looks like we're in trouble. Wish I had more AoEs. And I won't get some in a couple levels. I think literally 2 levels I get. Yeah, Starfall, which is a massive AoE. Really powerful. Remember, I'd avoid the Banshees when they pass. Front Rebel, you doing okay? Oh.
I need to target something.
Usually I just jump down the middle, but I know there's dialogue for if you walk around the middle. You can easily survive the drop through water down there.
How far down is this place? These stairs seem to go forever.
Oh.
I need a target.
Oh, getting a lot of skeletons now.
I don't have a target. I need a target.
Nope. It's not fair when you can't see them. Dark Riders. You get a good look at them. They look like basic Death Knights. But hey, there's stories too, so. I guess they've done more to hide their faces though. In the comic it was just this like black void where you only see their eyes. Their beady red
The way
eyes.
is blocked.
Intruders! You will go no further.
What do you need?
I need to target something first.
So
Those spirits he's controlling look like they'll rip us apart. We have to figure out a way to get past without being torn asunder.
I wonder. Yep, there we go.
Do not think you have won. Conservator, do your duty!
Used to be you target Solar Beam on that area, but they changed it to a non-targetable ability, and it has to be an on-target ability, so not a one you just place on the ground somewhere. But so this is a reference to the Curator boss from the actual Karazhan, so Conservator instead of Curator. Very funny, but with Blizzard. So if you look in here, I never know. Oh, this.
I fear Eridan is not done with us yet. The artifact chambers look to be just ahead. Let us proceed.
So this is their little stables. I never noticed this. Notice they feed their horses meat and hay. I should like to point out that technically speaking, horses are omnivores. We just don't feed them meat because That way they don't get bitey. But this
Over
area...
here! Is this the relic you seek?
Alright, normally I'd follow you immediately, Revel, but I wanted to show off this a little bit. They filled this with so many little doodads. Like, I don't even know where this is from, honestly, but it's cool. All these little doodads that represent different artifacts. Like, look, there's an infinite ball. It answers all your questions, like a magic 8 ball. This thing from Twilight's Hammer stuff. I don't remember this music. Oh, that really cool flame ball from Terracotta's Rest quest line. This is from Ushan Palace. No, wait, no. Thunder Isle. All these little things. I don't even know where half of this stuff is from, but it's cool. Like Outland. That's Legion. Warlords? I don't even know what that is. But so much cool little things to represent different artifacts that they've collected. Don't push the big red button. Now look at this one. Yeah, you'll never get a chance to see this again outside of doing it yourself. Oh, they even added weapons you can wield as staffs. Game, and you can't wield that sword. Yeah. So whichever weapon you're after, of course, appears on a full pedestal.
So this is what you're after. The artifacts of Karazhan belong here, and I will not allow them to be taken away! Your light does not reach here, priest.
Seems Rebel's line there got broken.
If you want the Scythe, Druid, come and claim it!
It used to say something like, the light will prevail,
How
something like
quickly?
that.
After him! I will only slow you down!
Yeah. Too bad they cut that out. Or, not cut it out, but it just didn't trigger properly. I'm not gonna redo this whole video, just for that one line. Oh! Skeletons! Skelly boys! Skelly boys! Nope. Nope. Come on. Die, Skelly boy. There's more artifact rooms that you don't get explored. There's only one other cave system that uses this, and it's in Volshara. That uses this layout, and it's really kind of cool. I wish they'd use this more. Or at least let us wander through this, because this place is amazing.
The target.
But look in here. There's more artifacts. You don't even get access to this room. There's all this stuff in here. Look at those crystals hanging from the ceiling. Nope.
You are a persistent one. Face the fury of the beast.
Nope.
Very well. If you so thirst for the power of the Scythe, then I will show it to you myself.
Oh.
What trickery is this? I will ride again.
And the other ones, he gets one of them. He gets his soul consumed. And the other one, his soul is freed by the ghost of his father. Again, just before I do anything else, I've got to show off this room. Look at this room. I don't even know where the torn golden statue is from. All this, and I would like to point out, yes, that is the voice actor for Billy from Billy and Mandy. He also voiced some goblins in Battle for Azeroth. Well, aka Goblin, but yep. Here's the Scythe of Elune.
It is done. The Dark Riders are defeated. Now I can reclaim these stolen artifacts and return them to their rightful owners. You have proven an unexpected ally. The weapon is yours. Let us hope it can turn the tide in this war. The Dark Riders lost this battle, but I fear they will soon regroup. We had best be gone before they do. What do you need?
Today was a great blow against the Dark Riders, and a victory for the people of Duskwood. They are in your debt, as am I. Resistance against the Dark Riders has proven a great service to the light. Though our beliefs may separate us, I know that we share one goal. You have allowed me to fill my purpose to return these artifacts to their rightful owners, and for this I am grateful. As for the Scythe of Elune, I can think of no safer place than in your care. May it serve you well against the Legion.
Go with the light.
So I wonder. Okay, so normally they'd just make you teleport out here.
Let me show you the light.
Of course, I can't use that here? Are you kidding me? So I do have to teleport out with one of my, like, my Hearthstone. Are you kidding me? Hey. One of the only classes that has their own teleport out. I can't use it in the end of my quest line. Wow. I guess I never changed it from here. Okay. To be fair, I've only been living this guy for 3-4 days. I guess you guys gotta watch what Grim Walking is like. There we go. Back to the drink village. Well, that's getting the Scythe of Elune, and I'll finish up a little bit extra, and move on to part 3 later.
We are nature's guardians.
Scythe of Elune, I never thought I would see that weapon used without turning its wielder into a savage beast, but you've brought balance to its primal nature. One has certainly guided your hand, Tal'Dorn. Accomplishment no druid has done before.
Go with Cenarius' blessing.
Your weapon is an ancient and powerful, but it holds the potential to be so much more. Take the seed, it is all that remains of a forest that grew tall when the world was young. Plant it with the grove to the west, in the grove to the west, allow it to take root. With its power, both it and your weapon will be far more than they are alone.
The seed will need plenty of air and water. Look for an ideal spot on the hill behind us.
I forgot to point out, so cat statue, bear statue, Trant, Moonkin, so balance, restoration, guardian, feral druid represented. I always forget about that somehow.
Good. This seed holds magic from when the world was young. This will prove very useful. Nature's gifts are everywhere.
Excellent, there's no time to waste. Now you're more powerful than ever. Truly, you're a druid without equal, Tal'Dorn. I sense that Malfurion has arrived. He will certainly want to know of your accomplishments, but first, please walk with me a moment. Okay, I guess I'm gonna save that part 3, maybe? So normally you'd be well, back in Legion you'd be upgrading this as time went on, but of course this was discontinued because, as it says, this artifact's power was sacrificed to draw out the darkness from the Sword of Sargeras and stabilize Azeroth's wounds. So this menu is completely pointless, but what we really want to look at is this. So, you have all these different skins. This is the PvP skin. I don't have the hidden skin, and I wouldn't show it down here anyways, if I did. This is no longer available. This was from a very hard to do quest line. But so here's the different basic skins. Here's the upgrade skin. There's the Balance Power one. That's a very hard quest line to do, but I love that look. And Nightmare's Affliction. That's reference to the Emerald Nightmare. So if you want to look like you've been corrupted by Xavius and his lackeys, do it. Yeah, keep the basic one for now. I might transfer this later. I'll finish out this part of the quest and then. No.
Go with
I'm stopping
Cenarius'
here.
blessing.
All right. Yeah, it's that way I can compartmentalize all the quests the artifact quests individually. So I'm Doomhammer. This has been the Druid campaign part 2, getting the Scythe of Elune, and see ya. Bye.